Live streaming is on.
Well, live streaming is on. Thomas, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
let's start our live stream with a slight delay, Nico.
Yeah.
AVIAREPS is a global leader in travel and tourism. In 67 own offices in 48 countries, we work with more than 250 global travel and tourism brands from around the world. Travel and tourism is currently among the most affected sectors, with airplanes still on the ground, hotels closed, and travel restrictions put in place in virtually all countries around the world. UNWTO has forecasted international tourist numbers could fall 60 to 80% in 2020. However, recent developments show a less dramatic decline. At AVIAREPS, we have created a global live stream for you, our clients and partners, and we want to support you in these challenging times. Last week, we started with our first live stream from Tokyo, Japan. My name is Thomas Drechsler. I'm the Chief Operating Officer Tourism at AVIAREPS. Today, I will have Nico Ortmann with me. Nico is the General Manager AVIAREPS Tourism Germany. Nico has more than 20 years of experience in the hotel and hospitality industry, and prior to joining us in 2017, Nico spent his career with global player Expedia. I have the pleasure today to interview Nico and ask 4 questions about the current tourism situation and what the tourism ecosystem and recovery might look like in the future. I invite you to also ask questions during our live discussion. Nico, thank you very much for joining us today from Munich, Germany. Here's my first question to you. Did the recent announcement from most European countries to already reopen borders within Europe as of June 15 surprise you?
Well, it didn't really surprise me that it came that fast for the whole European Union. Yes, that surprised me a little. I was expecting that borders open, that tourism will start again, but that it came now in that short period of a time. I think that was faster than expected. If you remember, in March, when we started to have the full lockdown in different European countries, we were facing real issues, and we did not know how long this will take, how the whole situation will develop. All professionals, had their scenarios that things will last for, 1 year, 2 years. Nothing will move until we really can conquer the coronavirus. But now we seem to have it under control, and things loosened up earlier. So this was very positive news and faster than expected.
Okay, thank you. Germany and so-called German-speaking markets, also including Austria and Switzerland, are important source markets for many European travel destinations, but also for Asian destinations, for Africa and the Americas. Can you please share some further insights about the current situation in Germany with all of us?
Yeah, sure. Germany and Austria, and as well as Switzerland, is starting to loosen up again. Normal life is coming back into the country. Shops are open, restaurants are open, hairdressers are open, even though I haven't been yet. But normal life is coming back to the cities, to the country. You see a lot of people moving. 2 weeks ago, I was in the office every day, so I didn't do home office. So I came into the AVIAREPS office almost every day, and there was no cars on the street. It was all empty. Since 1 week, or even a little bit more than a week, I'm happy that I can go by bike, because traffic jams come back, and the whole city is living again. Shops are open. We're in downtown here. If you go out to the main shopping areas, the streets are lively, the market is full. People are wearing masks, luckily. They keep their distance. So but life is coming back into the cities. When we take a closer look to tourism and the effects it has on tourism, we had in Germany, more than 70 million trips that took longer than 4 days last year in 2019. And I'm sure people will not stop traveling. So travel agencies are open again. Lufthansa published their flight plan for the upcoming weeks and months. They do not only have national destinations, They feature all major European destinations, but also international destinations. They have regular flights put into place to Middle East destinations. They feature all major US airports. So even that is coming back a lot faster than we thought. I mean, of course, frequencies will stay lower, but it's coming back, and it's the time to start working and gain market share for all the different tourism players again.
Okay, thank you very much. Restrictions to travel and to main tourism activities shall shortly be lifted, as you already mentioned before. Are you expecting to go back to a pre-crisis situation, or do you see some newer trends in travel and tourism? For example, is there a trend to greener, to a more digital ecosystem in tourism?
Yes, I think you can't, even though I did know, you can't answer it with a clear yes and no. There were certain trends before the Corona crisis. I think the crisis was an accelerator for all these trends, but also for the classical field of tourism. This will come back, but all those trends like taking care of good quality of products, a local approach, taking care of yourself, all these trends, I think they will be heavily accelerated by the last months and the experiences we had. Being local and experiencing local trends doesn't mean that you don't travel. But when you're in the destination, you want to experience the destination. You want to have local food. You want to have contact with local people, even though you might want to keep distance at the moment or wear a mask. But still, you want to interact. You want to take care of yourself. You want to do something for yourself. And all these trends, they existed before the crisis, but it's been a heavy accelerator. I mean, the whole digitalization, I mean, that's in the media all the time, and we speak a lot about it. This will come for sure also within travel. People will use the smartphones a lot more to arrange things around it, to order the table in the hotel maybe when they're in the hotel already. All those different things where you interact with your digital media you always have with you. Yes, so yes, there will be accelerator for all these trends you mentioned. But normal travel, also to beach destinations, will come back as well, of course.
Okay, Nico, you're apparently launching some exciting initiatives for your clients. I've been told about a virtual fair for the European Commission. There's apparently a virtual AVIAREPS roadshow across Europe, virtual press events for clients like Slovenia. You're even talking about a virtual wine masterclass for Georgia and Georgia wines. Can you please tell us a little bit more about those kind of initiatives?
I think we had the chance. Luckily, we at AVIAREPS have a very proactive part in our DNA and in our company that gave us the possibility to have all these solutions more or less ready. And now was the time to pull them out of the drawer. And we simply saw a huge demand within the industry and within the travel industry to still meet, to still gain information and to get information. We started with webinars. For example, Mauritius was I think the first webinar we did during the Corona crisis. Usually we have attendance rates between 30 to 50 people on webinars. With this series, we had more than 300 participants. So the interest also for long-haul destination within the travel trade is there, and we were overwhelmed by it. Of course, people can't meet and interact face to face, and that's why we simply offer different solutions. People, wine consumption, you said wines of Georgia, wine consumption in Germany isn't down. It's down in the gastronomy and revenue is down, but people still drink a lot of wine and they buy their wine. So we simply made it possible to have tastings in an online environment and still experience the wines of Georgia. The fair we're doing was planned actually to take place on a very normal place, to have an international fair between two continents. this is not possible at the moment, and we don't know when it will happen. So we acted fast, and now we're installing a virtual fair where people still can meet, where they can exchange ideas as we do now. I mean, we're not sitting in the same office. I think maybe 3 weeks ago we just would have met in the meeting room upstairs. Now we're having this conversation here, and that's a huge chance for us, because it gives us more possibilities to interact. And personal interaction will come back as well, but it will stay in addition that we also exchange ourselves virtually.
Okay. Let's see if there's some question from our audience who's actually lively joining. I think there's one question coming from a European hotel chain. Question to you, Nico, is: do you see any change in the mindset of German tourists and travelers when planning a trip now?
Yeah.
Are they looking for different things than they used to do before? What's key for them now?
Yeah. When you talk about travel, security was always important. People always wanted to know and travel to secure places. I think that's still the case, but the feeling of security changed. It's not mainly about terrorism or being in a safe environment in this aspect. Or the important factor at the moment is that people know to expect and know what to expect when they travel to a hotel or to a destination. So what I would strongly suggest to do for all tourism players is to have clear guidelines. So if you want to make people travel nowadays, tell them, well, if you come to our hotel and you have to cross the border, you need this and this paper. If you check into our hotel, you need a mask and you need your reservation. Contactless paying. Just give them a guideline. Like if you start a mountain trip, you have your packing list and you check it. Give them checklists. Give them security on what they need and what they want to do and what they have to do. We've done that already with several clients. We've helped them developing one of those checklists, and they can distribute it and create a feeling of safety. I know it's always with a little bit of uncertainty at the moment because things can change, but that's okay. Send a new checklist afterwards. Hey, you don't need your mask anymore when you check in. That's great news. It's good to share. But when you book, share that. Another important thing is flexibility. I think that's coming up as the times are uncertain and you don't really know what's happening in the next week. So at least that's the feeling of a lot of people they still have. Give them the flexibility. If you book your hotel, I know that's hard and it's harsh and it gives insecurity to the hotel. Tell them you can cancel until last minute. I mean, all our statistics show people are willing to spend, so it's not about the price. People are willing to spend a lot for their vacation, but they need flexibility and security at the moment. So don't lower the rate, but give them more flexibility, give them add-ons, show them that they're welcome and that they're safe when they come to your destination or to your hotel.
Okay. And I assume you will also support the clients reaching out to the consumers with these kind of messages, as well as to the media and to the trade.
Absolutely. I mean, that's our daily business, Thomas. We're in steady contact since December already, when the whole thing started. I mean, the good thing is, as a global company, we saw this coming from region to region. And from day one on, we stayed in contact with the press, we stayed in contact with the travel trade, with all the tourism players, and we adapt our approaches on a steady way. And we always help our client to stay top of the mind. We always help them to be in touch and to be ready for business. I mean, business in the travel industry, as you said, is declining by maybe 40%, by maybe 70%. But that means Germans will still spend more than 40 billion euros on travel. Even if we have a decline of 50%, 40 billions are spent. So it's about gaining market share. It's about being active, and that's where we come into play, because that's our business, where we help our clients to be active in the market and to get more than their fair share, and to help them to win in the current surroundings.
Okay, very good. Here's another question from a Middle East destination. I guess I know your answer already, but nevertheless, it reads: when things don't go great, a normal reaction is to save money. A recent research reported by Skift, a US travel marketing company during COVID-19, shows that nearly 90% of all travel marketeers have slashed their budgets. Are you also proposing to pause, delay, take a back seat until things have settled, Nico?
I know that this is the normal reaction, and I can't, I can't fully disagree. Of course, if you lack income, you have to adjust your costs and you have to take care of that. But I think time was never better to get a cheap market entry than it is now. If you start in investing, and if you keep your destination top of the mind during times like that, you get a lot more for your money. So if you have the possibility and if you have the chance, it's the best time to be active and to stay active in the market, because as I said, you get more for what you pay. I'm in almost daily contact at the moment with different travel agents, tour operators, media suppliers. They all are begging for business. And you get the best deals and offers ever. If you talk to a traveler, as I said, we have all those virtual things with an amazing attendance. So you never get so many attendees for a webinar as you get now, for example, just as a small example. You never get so much catalog space in one of the major tour operator catalogs as you got now. You never get so cheap TV commercial as you get now. It's a fantastic time to invest, and we simply know that tourism will jump back and will come back, and now is the time. It's only 4 weeks until European travel opens up again, and if you haven't done it now, start as fast as possible to secure your traveler and start bringing them back to your hotel, to your destination, and whatever.
I think you're absolutely right. This apparently applies for many long-haul destinations, as we mentioned before, from Asia to Africa to the US and the Americas. But as you mentioned as well, is European borders will be opening in 2 weeks from now. Greek government announced as of July 1, hotels will be open, and I think the same applies for many other European destinations, not only for Austria, Switzerland, and the neighboring countries.
Yeah, just this morning on the morning show. They had the first people traveling within Germany again. They had the camping grounds open. Yesterday they had a test in television. How easy is it to get to Croatia? And the German TV moderator was traveling to Croatia, and he just crossed the borders. He didn't even have a I don't know if that's a good example or not. He didn't even have a hotel reservation in place, but he said he had the time of his life in Croatia because streets were empty and it was easy to get there. And he was so welcomed that it was good for him, and borders are opening. So yes, it's possible, and also German media is full at the moment. Summer vacation is happening. You hear that all the time in all the TV channels, all the publications. People are eager to have their freedom in summer and to travel.
Okay, it's very, very good to hear. So a lot of positive developments, a lot of positive momentum happening. So thank you again, Nico, for your time today. Thank you all that you have joined us today. For those who were unable to join live, you can also access our live stream on YouTube and the link we provided to you. Our next AVIAREPS live stream will focus on the Middle East, together with our Dubai-based General Manager, Glenn Johnston, next week, Tuesday, June 2nd. In the meantime, we'll see you then. Stay safe, stay strong, and we look forward to having you all with us in a week from now. Thank you, Nico. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.